Hey fam, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. Republicans are fearful of these folks voting. What they are doing here is shameful and despicable. The law is very clear. It was written very clear. And what they're trying to do is, after the fact, reinterpret this law because they don't want these folks, 1.4 million registered.
Well, I've made my comments about what's happening in Florida clear. I've voiced my support for this amendment even before it came. This is not anything that really can be excused. This is something that, for whatever reason, you for whatever reason, you can call it.
Speculate, dude.
Well, you can call it. You can call the reason. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But the fact is that this is not something that I agree with. I wish that there were. I wish they didn't do this. We know that it's politically motivated. That's one thing that we do know.
What's the political motivation?
Well, because they don't want them to vote.
Well,
why don't they want them to vote?
But we understand the political motivation behind
if I sang in public, I start singing, "I'm wishing on a star." Seriously.
But what I do believe that what we shouldn't do is to cast this as, well, 1.4 million black people who are going to vote.
No, wait. One second. First of all, I never said 1.4 million black people.
No, I know.
I never said.
No,
it's not. No, hold up. I never said 1.4 million black people. I never said black people. I'm calling this voter suppression. And Julian, what this is about is, again, and I laid out the examples of where Republican legislatures have ignored the will of the people repeatedly in multiple states, and that's exactly what they're trying to do here.
And it's not black people. 70% of these people are Caucasian. And so let's just be clear about that. We don't know how they fall along the political spectrum. Some of them are probably Democrat. Many of them are Democrat. Many of them are also Republican. We don't know that. What we know is that Republicans have a history of suppressing the vote. It doesn't matter who the vote is. If they can't guarantee the vote, they will suppress it. Furthermore, the notion of having to pay your fines has a class bias to it in terms of who is going to be able to pay fines. Mostly African American, and many of the white returning citizens are people who have limited means. And so you say you have to pay your fines. Who has the money to pay the fines? What you really have, you have good sense, but you don't always exhibit it. Because you say,
I like to think that I have good sense.
But you don't always exhibit it because you say, well, why would they do this?
Well, that's your opinion. I wouldn't say that you don't have good
sense. My good sense has been demonstrated.
Cleo, here's the thing here. Here we go to my iPad. This is a story from February in Politico. Utah GOP shrinks Medicaid expansion, defying voters. The Republican governor signed a bill curbing Obamacare's Medicaid expansion months after voters approved the program. Republicans in state after state don't give a damn about elections. They will use their power in the legislature to say, we don't care what y'all decided, we're going to do something totally different, and y'all got to deal with it.
That's clearly true, and you have highlighted several examples of that. It's true. I wish the Meads luck, and I wish the returning citizens luck, but my concern is that they're assuming that things are static and that perspectives are static. And what I mean by that is that some of these white people who are 7% of the returning citizens could wake up and go, wait a minute. And some of the 5 million people that voted for it who were white could say, wait a minute, okay? They might have voter's remorse. They might be, wait a minute, we have a chance to make sure now that we can keep power. Because we were glad to vote at first, and we were supporting the Meads because they were doing what they were doing, and we appreciated what they were doing. But wait a minute, let's wake up here. White people get a chance to stay in power. We're going to vote differently than we voted the first time. So
remember. First of all, there's no other statewide vote. This is the legislature, so it's approved in committee. Now the question goes to the next body, and that is House. The Senate has to vote. So the question then becomes, will the legislature? First of all, Republicans
is that body equally bipartisan?
Oh God, no. The Republicans have, I think Republicans have, I think, an 81-seat majority in the legislature. But the thing that I said, because when this passed, I told Desmond, I said, Desmond, this is about to happen, and I understand this point, but they're about to be in for a dogfight.
Absolutely.
The Republicans in the Florida legislature are not going to say, you know what, y'all right. No, this is about to be a dogfight.
Right.
And they better be ready to marshal the people to literally descend on Tallahassee to apply maximum pressure. Final comment.
Roland,
go ahead.
That's what I was responding to. I wasn't responding to voters literally. I was responding to with them saying that they're going to have people making phone calls, that people were going to be rallying behind them, and some of that 1.4 million and that 5 million are not going to rally behind them.
Well, that's the point. They don't have 1.4. They don't have 1.4 million dogs.
Yes.
All the dogs are not their dogs.
But
that's what we.
And there's some new dogs on the other side.
Well, again,
but everybody should get in the fight. That's the bottom line.
Well, I'm telling you right now, at the end of the day, it's going to be a serious fight because, look, if you're talking about adding that million, you have, and I've said this, probably there's been no other time in the past 60 years when you have had that number of new voters. The only other time you could think of was when the Voting Rights Act was passed in 1965. That's what this is about. This is about power. So if you're in Florida and you voted for Amendment 4, put your marching boots on, put your overalls on, because it's time for a dogfight.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Calling all HBCU alumni, students, and leaders, enter the Ford Motor Company HBCU Mobility Challenge and win $25,000 for your school uninterrupted. Building on their long-term support of HBCUs, Ford is looking to improve mobility in HBCU communities through innovative solutions. The winning program will receive a grant of up to $25,000 to implement their proposal. The deadline to apply is March 31st, 2019. Go to FGB.Life. That's right there, FGB.Life, for more information and to apply. Ford goes further in our community, and we certainly want to thank them for being a partner with Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.